January 1967. The US and its allies have dropped more bombs on this region than they did on Germany and Japan combined during World War II. But the Viet Cong are safe. Hidden beneath the ground is a tunnel network that spans over 100 kilometers. At the entrance is Tommy Rivera. His mission is to avoid the deadly traps and enemy soldiers, locate the control room, and gather intel to stop the Viet Cong's next major attack. If he fails, hundreds of American soldiers will die. Tommy climbs into the tunnel, covers the trapdoor with leaves, and closes himself inside. With a casualty rate of over 30%, most tunnel rats don't survive their second mission. Tommy is equipped with the standard issue M1911, but in these tunnels, it's more of a liability than a weapon. A single shot could alert the enemy. Instead, he trusts his father's old World War II knife. Quiet, reliable, and deadly in close combat. Tommy doesn't know it yet, although he is getting very close to the first chamber. Based on Tommy's previous missions, he is expecting a similar layout. Connecting to the entrance, there are 3 levels of tunnels. Tommy is in the first level, the entrances where the Viet Cong can quickly hide away in case they are being attacked. The deeper he goes, the closer he gets to the main living and operations hub. This includes hospitals, sleeping chambers, and his target, the command center. At the very bottom is the Viet Cong's safest area built for emergency situations. Bomb shelters, evacuation tunnels, interrogation rooms, and water wells. Tommy creeps forward, taking short, shallow breaths to keep as silent as possible. His nose picks up a faint smell of rusty metal. The first room is near. Suddenly, he spots something ahead, a thin bamboo trigger. Above in the ceiling is a small camouflaged panel. Something's moving behind it. His heart races. Vietnam pit vipers. Each tunnel system can hold more than 50 unique traps. Some explode, some impale, some release toxic gas. This one is designed to cause organ failure and internal bleeding from the venom. If Tommy touches the bamboo, it will send a signal by pulling out the toggle, causing the wooden panel above his head to swing open and the snakes will be released. Most soldiers turn back when they see what lies ahead, but Tommy can't. Thousands of lives depend on him finding the Viet Cong attack plans. He grips the dirt and starts to move. One elbow forward, then the next. He slides above the trigger. 3, 2, 1. And he's clear. But these traps only get more deadly the deeper he goes. This is just the beginning. The more Tommy crawls, the stronger the smell becomes. The narrow dirt tunnel curves slightly to the left, then opens. He's reached the first chamber, just 4 feet wide and 5 feet tall. This cramped design is not by accident. Viet Cong soldiers averaged just 5 feet 3 inches tall, while American soldiers stood around 5'9". That height difference made it nearly impossible for most Americans to fit inside. But standing at 5'1", Tommy is perfect. Low wooden crates stacked against the wall holding ammunition, medical gear, and rice. Storage was frequently placed near the entrances, allowing the Viet Cong to restock or retreat faster during battle. He listens for a moment to hear if anyone might be nearby. Silence. Tommy pushes forward. The soil down here contains high levels of clay and iron. When it dries, it develops concrete-like properties, stopping the tunnel from collapsing. However, while it's raining, there's still a risk. After several more minutes of crawling, he reaches the entrance. This chamber is larger. At the far end is a shallow pit. It's a Huang Com stove. This is where they cook. Unlike the Americans who had supply chains stretching from aircraft carriers to jungle outposts, the Viet Cong had to scavenge, barter, or steal their food. To cook and breathe, they built ventilation shafts from the tunnel ceilings to the jungle floor, disguising them as termite mounds. But cooking releases smoke. If the Americans saw it rising from the ground, their location would be compromised. To stay hidden, they only cooked meals during the morning or when it's raining, so the natural fog would hide it. Tommy squats down. A few pieces of rice still cling to a crusted pot. The embers are still warm. Someone was just here. His pulse quickens. Back home. Back home, on the news, Tommy constantly heard about America's success, high body counts, and tactical victories. But when he arrived in Vietnam, the reality felt completely different. Everything seemed stuck with no real progress. That's because he had only been told one side of the story. The kind of bias you won't fall for if you read ground news. They pull data from over 50,000 sources worldwide, letting you see how different outlets frame the same story, so you can compare perspectives, form your own opinion. In Taiwan, news broke that the country is updating